Birmingham Stallions, the South Division champions. So we'll be bringing up Scooby Wright.
Recording in progress.
Jace Sternberger, all USFL tight end, and CJ Marable, who had more than 1,000 all-purpose yards this year for the defending champs. Jace, you're in the middle. CJ, you're right there. And Scooby, you're on the All right. James, why don't you kick us off?
My question is for Jace. You led the league this year in receiving touchdowns. Coming into the season, you were someone that everyone was thinking would do well in Birmingham. Just talk about the development with yourself, the offense, Alex Magoo, and just how you've seen some of the success across the board.
I got to give credit to my team, of course. It was a great situation to be in, a great opportunity, being away from the game for a little bit and being able to just come to Birmingham with a clean slate and really, like I said, meeting new people every day and just, kind of falling in love with the whole idea of, being a football player again and just getting to be out there with the guys and the camaraderie. And, once you get everything off the field figured out and you find a nice balance, that's when success starts to come, because all you're worried about is football, and everything starts to get fun. And then, like I said, I'm a big chemistry guy, and I feel like this team has really good chemistry, and that's led to a lot of our success, and individuals in particular, because we're all just, out there for each other.
Scooby, you've been in this stage before already. How does it feel to have that championship experience and bringing that leadership to the defense that probably have never experienced it before, who haven't been in this stage before?
Yeah, I think it just comes back to just being with each other on the defense, communications and stuff, and knowing what you're doing, knowing what you're supposed to do on each play. On defense, you get beat on missed assignments, missed communications. If you're on your P's and Q's every play, you're talking to the guy next to you and you know what's coming, you have a sense of where you're at in the game. It's hard to be beat when you're out there communicating with your teammates and stuff and playing hard.
For CJ, with a pass-first offense, more or less, how is it difficult to stay ready for when coach calls your number?
No, because the type of back I am, I'm versatile. I catch the ball out the backfield. I contribute in blocking. Whenever my number is called, just whatever I could do just to make this team better, to help out this team, I could do that. That's my role. So whatever I could do to help this team out, whether that's blocking, catching the ball out the backfield, running the rock, I could do it.
Scooby, obviously back at this stage, you were here last year. This year, obviously dealing with injuries, hasn't been a fully healthy season, but you're back at the stage, you're back playing for another championship. What does it mean to you to be back here in the can with this football team? Yeah,
and it's been a tough road the last couple of the season, just dealing with injuries, like nagging calf injury and stuff. But I'm excited to get out here and play, do something I love, play ball, and be out here with my teammates and come out 1-0. That's our main objective. Is not looking back about all that other stuff happened last year. We're here to compete and get after it.
Zach Conlon, USFL Newsroom, question for CJ. Week one, you obviously had the team has Bobby Holly, has Bo Scarborough go down for the year. We have to watch the Stallions adjust that run game. You're at the focal point of that once more, similar to the beginnings of 2022. How do you feel your role evolved as the season went on to the point of where you ended with second overall per all offensive yards at the end of the year?
Just to help out this team, I had to step up. Like you said, my role was I had to now it was on me to catch the ball out the backfield, whether that's running the rock, like I said, or being back there, kick out return. Whenever my name is called, whenever I had the ball in my hand, make sure I just help out the team and contribute to the team to be 1-0, win that week.
So Jace, your 7th receiving touchdown last week increased your lead on the rest of the league. This being your first season with the team, what do you attribute that success to, and what can you do to bring some of that success into this week's game?
I don't want to keep saying my teammates again, but I'd definitely say me getting a head start with Alex, us being roommates, like everybody's known, I guess, because that's all they talk about, was us being roommates and just, forming that bond and just having someone who's played in the league before, who understands an NFL offense and, the study habits that goes into it, on, where we're running a college offense right now. So the details we do have details, but not to the level of, a professional NFL offense. And so Alex understands where I'm coming from when I'm asking a question. Like, don't give me just this answer. Let me really give me the details where I can remember it. And so I would just say how we were learning the offense together. That played a huge part into it. I feel like we do have an older team with a lot of experience, and so we kind of all speak our own language. Where our offense is a college offense, but we kind of put our own little terminology onto it, and where we can remember things. And so, like I said, that, and then just like I said, I'm having a lot of fun out here being with the guys every day, and like I said, it's a fun group to play with, and so I think that's the credit to my success, maybe. Yeah.
What are you guys thinking? A little more than 24 hours from now, you'll be kicking off the championship game. It's the goal of every season to win a championship. What are you guys thinking as you head into tomorrow?
Scooby, why don't we start with you since you were stable last year?
Yeah, I mean, in the linebacker room, it's kind of the theme of the week is the last game of the year, can't hold nothing back. I mean, that's kind of been our mindset coming into this game. I mean, chips are all in. I mean, we're ready to go play and see where the cards lay.
Jace?
I think it's all about balance. You want to get hyped up for it, and it is a huge game. It's a great opportunity. There's going to be a lot of eyes on us. But at the same time, I feel like you'd almost be hypocritical if you go against what you've been doing all year, and what it really is a 1-0 mentality. And we could be playing the Maulers tomorrow. We could be playing the break. Whoever it is, you can't change what you were going to do or any of your game plan. And so, we all have a list of intangibles of what it takes, and it's like we have to stick to that. And if we don't, we'd be cheating ourselves, because that's what we've literally prepped for this whole year, was for that moment. And so now it's all about, I think, who's the most consistent. That's what I think this game's going to be about, who's the most consistent.
I was going to say that, staying consistent, play by play, and just don't make the game bigger than what it is. That's it.
Scooby, a year ago, you were in here pretty happy smoking a cigar. Did you pack one this year?
No, not yet. We haven't got those. We haven't got those details squared away yet, but they're in the works.
Let's go ahead and go to the Zoom. Are there any questions for our folks up here in Zoom?
There's a lot of Zoom people. Oh my God, Oscar's on
Colby,
there.
can you unmute? I think you're asking a question.
All right. Yeah, sorry about that. Colby Dan with SGPN. I was curious, you guys met Pittsburgh in week 4, and, it was a close game. I think special teams touchdown late in the game to give you guys the win. How much have you guys studied that tape from week 4? I know their defense kind of gave you guys some problems, but you guys still ended up with the win. Have you guys paid much attention to that, or as you feel like you're just a completely different team thus far? Because I know McGo was early on into his starts there. I think it was his 3rd start. So I was just curious, how much have you guys paid attention to that week 4 film?
From an offensive standpoint, we've paid a lot of attention to it. We feel like that was one of our not impressive performances from an offensive standpoint. I'm not gonna say that's all we've watched, because we've obviously watched a lot of their other games, but from an offensive standpoint, you only can control what you do, and the eye in the sky never lies. And so we're watching our game of what we did to them last time, and like I said, we have to make a statement. Like, we have to, we didn't like how we did last time. Alex will tell you that, just how much we value the ball, and then what we did, it just wasn't up to our standard, and so we have something to prove.
CJ, anything?
I agree. I was going to say the same thing. We have something to prove.
Jake, why don't you go ahead and unmute and ask your question?
Hey guys, I was going to ask you just how fulfilling is it for you guys to be back in this position, just knowing the type of season you guys have had with injuries, the ups and downs, and have a chance to go back to back?
Scooby, why don't you start with that?
Yeah, I know me personally, I'm not even thinking about back-to-back or any of that. I'm just focused on this week and getting this dub. If it is what it is. It could be 5-peat, 4-peat, whatever, 6-peat. We're just trying to get 1-0 right now.
I can speak on more of the injuries part, because like I said, I wasn't here last year, but it is a new roster, and like CJ said, we've had players who've had to step up, and rise to the occasion. And it really is a different team, and you don't want to take any credit away from what the Stallions did last year. We still have guys on that team, and so we're happy for them. But I think everybody's done a good job of understanding this is a complete different team in the sense of chemistry and just the guys who are in the room that weren't here last year. And so we've been trying to make it known that it's special, that all of us are here together for probably the last time, that we're all going to be in the same room at some point. And so we're really just kind of embracing our relationship that we've developed these past 3 months with the guys that have had to step up. And nothing happens by accident, so we're just grateful.
Yep, I wouldn't call it a back-to-back. This like Jace said, this is a whole new team. So coming to the season, the motto was just win another championship. So I wouldn't call it a back-to-back.
Yeah, for CJ. When it comes to the run game this season, you seem to have the next man up mentality. When Bo Scarborough's forced down, he stepped up as the lead back. And last Sunday saw Ricky Person Jr. stepping up into a big role as well. Injuries in football parents ever, how important is it to have that next man up mentality?
It's most definitely important. That's just the mindset that you have to have whenever you come into the game. You never know whenever you go down, you got to have that next man up mentality. And we have a phenomenal group of guys. We have a lot of talent on this team. So when somebody come down, we're not basically missing that person, because we have a phenomenal group of guys, phenomenal talent.
Scooby, you should definitely talk about the next one.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about that. I mean, the linebacker group, we've done an amazing job of guys stepping up and playing. I mean, one of the only games I played this year was against the Maulers, so I'm thankful for that. But there's a whole other games out there that guys had to play well, and we had to execute, and guys had to go out there and compete, and we did. And that's where we're here now. It's because it's a group effort. It's not one guy. It's not just two guys. It takes 11 guys out there on the side of a ball.
Oscar, I can see that you have your hand raised. You want to unmute and ask your question?
Thank you very much, Darren. Hello to everybody. Scooby, do you have a special feeling about this season, about this championship game? Because all the season you was on the sideline, because the injury. That means something special to you. Thank you very much. Gracias.
Yeah, no, nice seeing you, Oscar. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like I owe a lot to my teammates. I owe some plays and stuff, this and that, but at the end of the day, it's just me out there doing my job. I mean, it's just one of those things where you just want to be eager to go out there and be with your teammates and make plays.
Go ahead, Brett.
So tomorrow's championship game sees arguably the best offense versus arguably the best defense. What's going to be the difference in the win tomorrow? What are you guys going to do to put it over the top?
Score more points than them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That was too easy. I think piggyback on what I had said earlier, just the consistency and the execution. Like I said, it's week 12 at this point. They're not going to add any new plays this week. We're not adding any new plays. They're not, saying we don't have a special power coming out that no one knows about. Everything's already been put out in front of us from both sides of the ball, and so it's, who's going to make plays, who's not. There's not, like I said, tomorrow's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Are there any more questions from our Zoom audience? Go ahead, Tim. You got one more?
Yeah, for CJ. Maulers have one of the best rush defenses in the league. How going into a game like this, how does the running back core kind of get together, and what's the motivation point? Kind of what do you have to work through to get through them, find more holes this week?
Basically, whatever I could do, whatever we can do to contribute to get this dub. Whether, like I said, if they stopping the run, catching the ball out the backfield, or getting big and blocking so we could pass the ball. Whatever we could do to help out this team to win, that's our role to do.
Are there any other questions? Gentlemen, you'll be playing for that tomorrow.
Yep.
So congratulations on winning this out, and we'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for the good show.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
I don't know if you guys want these or not.
Recording stopped.